Hey, what's up everybody?
Hello guys.
Welcome to another weekly Wednesday live stream with the MSI Insiders. I'm Peter.
I'm Jachi.
And let's get going. So, you all saw you had a little bit of a sneak peek. Jachi was,
Thanks to me.
playing with the buttons a little bit,
Yes.
He was just saying, I need to be one step ahead of you all the time. So yeah, he demonstrated that.
I went a whole leap.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so today, guys, we've got a few topics to discuss with you guys. First, of course, a new graphics card, a new GPU that was launched last week, the GTX 1660. So we're going to be talking about that and showing you guys, of course, the products we have. We're going to also explain what is the GTX 1660, what can you expect from it, and then we're going to cover our models that we have and what the difference is between them. Feel free to ask any questions you might have. We've got the chat in front of us, so we'll try to answer as many questions as we can possibly do. We also have a really nice giveaway for you guys because we're going to be playing the Division 2 later on. And you can also win a game code for the Division 2. We have a couple of game codes to give away. So during the stream, we'll pick random winners. What you have to do...
Go to msat.com/2/insider and don't worry if it doesn't work for you. I'll post a link directly in the chat. Yeah. So pay attention to the link if this link doesn't work for you.
Exactly. So we got some people, we hear some people can't see. There's a link on the landing page, msi.com/2/insider. There should be a red button with go to the giveaway. Sometimes it doesn't show up for whatever reason, but we can give you a direct link there as well. So Ja will post it in the chat every now and again. So for you guys who don't see it, you can still participate, of course. So don't miss out on a free game code. I've been playing the game a little bit yesterday with Ja as well. Ja never played the Division 1.
It's really awesome.
And we were like, well, he was instantly hooked. And for me, we were just having fun in it as well. It's a really nice game.
Fun.
But that's not the only way you can get a code, because we also have a couple of game bundles running. The one on my side right here has been running for a while already. Which is the AMD Radeon game bundle, Raise the Game, fully loaded. So you get the Division 2, but also 2 other games. And you get that when you buy, I believe, a Radeon 7, Vega, one of the Vega cards, Vega 64 or 56, a RX 590, RX 580, and RX 570 even. So
pretty choices.
Freaking good deal, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're not, not the least games either, so they're quite good games. The Division 2, if it was just that, it would have been worth it already. But you get 2 other games as well.
And yes, Peter is Dutch.
What? How can you tell? Was it something I said? Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so that's from the VGA side, but from the monitor side, we also have the opportunity for you to win a free copy. Maybe less exciting, not as many games.
What do you mean?
Still
what do you mean
pretty
less
good.
exciting?
Well, you got a lot more games.
Well, okay. So, but what do you have to do on the monitor side?
If you select one of our selected QHD monitors at this moment, you can still get a Division 2 for free.
So how does it work? You have to buy one of the QHD, so QHD, Quad HD, 1440p. I believe on the landing page,
we
I
have
think it's
all
in the
tons of
description.
information.
Or you can go to msi.com and in
check
the
out
promotions. Yeah, it should be there. And there it will tell you which monitors are eligible, which models. So if you buy one of our new monitors, and I mean those monitors, really, they should be in the game because they stop bullets, right? I mean, if you guys didn't see the news article, in the US there was some random shooting or something, and one of our monitors actually blocked a bullet for this guy.
Mind is blown, and he was actually still working.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it hit a plate inside the monitor or something. I don't know.
Actually, later I'm going to go into depth about this whole thing, and we're gonna do a live stream about it.
Not later this stream, right?
No, not later this stream.
Different stream.
In a different day, on a different day.
Different stream. So first we're gonna, do the whole forensics ourselves and ballistics lab and the works. And then Ja is probably gonna tell you exactly how it happened and why the monitor was still actually working. I mean, there wasn't even a hole in the screen, so in the panel. So anyway, get one of our monitors. It will save your life, and you also get a free game. So come on, that's a good deal if ever I heard one. All right, so let's get cracking on the first of our topics. So yeah, if you can get to the, there we go. So we have a new graphics card or GPU that NVIDIA announced last week.
Actually, somebody in the chat was saying 1660. Did I miss something?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you did. There already was a 1660 Ti. I believe that's out now for like 2 weeks or something like that. Which was a pretty good card. It's Turing, but without ray tracing. We'll get into that. So this is actually its like little brother. This is positioned just below the 1660 Ti. I will go into detail in a minute and explain to you what the differences are between those two cards as well, aside from the price, of course, because I think the MSRP of the 1660 is about $220. Of course, you know, differs per model.
Also per region.
Yeah. And the 1660 Ti was closer to 300, so you know, pretty significant price gap there. We've got a forensic student there as well, Emma Snorkel. So cool. Maybe you can help us out there. Activate Windows. Yeah, I mean we always get that.
Maybe we can even invite you to the live stream.
Yeah, well, it would be interesting, you know. Make it a forensic show. CS MSI.
Pretty awesome.
CS MSI. What about that? CSI MSI. Anyway, so yeah. 1660, so it's part of the 16 series, as announced a while ago. Again, it's part of the 16, so NVIDIA is calling this the new supercharger. I'll cover the same basics. This is basically the same as last time with the 1660 Ti. So this is a full Turing GPU, basically. So that consists out of roughly 3 main parts. So that's the CUDA cores, the ray tracing cores or RT, and the tensor cores, as you can see, but that's only for the RTX card. So the difference with the RTX card, so RTX 20 series that is, and the GTX cards, the GTX 16, is that the GTX cards, as you can see here, don't have ray tracing cores and don't have the AI or tensor cores. So that means no ray tracing and no DLSS, just to be short. So that's the main difference already between those two cards. However, both the 1660 Ti and 1660 have this, basically. They have the Turing architecture, the Turing CUDA cores. Of course, 1660 has a few less CUDA cores, but it also has a little bit of a higher clock speed. So you might think, well, you know, performance between those two is quite close. And actually, it is not that far apart. But the biggest factor in terms of what causes the difference in performance between the 1660 and the 1660 Ti is the memory it uses. So here you go. 1660 uses basically, I want to say, good old GDDR5 memory, which has been used, for example, in the 10 series, GTX 1080, or no, actually 1080 uses GDDR5X, I think. Yeah. Anyway, but that's a form of DDR5 memory.
It's not, by any means, it's not slow.
No. I mean, even the 10 series cards, you know, 1070, for example, also used DDR5. But as you can see, the biggest difference there is the memory speed. So the Ti on the left side, you can see, has a 12 gigabit per second speed, effective speed, and the GDDR5 has 8. So there is a bit of a gap. But it's not as big as this makes it look. It's not like 30% or more difference.
So since you're talking about performance, somebody in the chat is asking, Fatex, he's asking if he upgraded from his MSI 970 to a RTX 2060. Is that a big improvement?
Yes, but I mean, there's the GPU, but if you're running a 970, I also you might want to consider looking at your motherboard and your CPU, because at some point, if they are a bit older, you know, or you're still running an i3 or an older i5. Yeah, I mean, you know, the RTX 2060 is pretty powerful. You will see it later on. We've got some benchmarks with the 2060 included as well, but I mean, yeah, it's a big step forward. So if you're going to do that, it is worth looking at the rest of your system and seeing if that can also catch up. So
another interesting question.
Yeah.
If NVIDIA is going to enable ray tracing for GTX cards.
Yeah, well, stick around, because we're also gonna talk about that, because indeed we've got you know, at somewhere in the show we've also got a little bit of tech news, because indeed that was a big announcement. So we'll get on to that in a minute. Okay, so getting back to the differences between 1660 and 1660 Ti, the biggest difference is the memory speed, because as you can see the bus width, so basically the room it has to communicate as well, is both on both cards is 192 bit. But the reason I think why NVIDIA also did this is because you know, GDDR5 is cheaper than 6. 6 is a lot newer, so it's more expensive to create. Also, the demand at the moment is a bit bigger as well with all the new cards. So basically, by doing that, they can still include, without inflating the price too much, they can still include 6 gigs of VRAM, which I think is a really good deal. You know, you don't really want to go below 6 gigs, especially with newer cards that are relatively powerful. So yeah, I think it's a good trade-off, to be honest.
Yeah, someone is also asking, you know, what's the difference between 1060 and a 1660?
Again, we've got benchmarks coming up in a minute, so
hang on.
You'll be able to see it. Yeah, we've got even I think at some point we've also included the 960. Just for, you know, the sake of comparing the you know,
how much
even 2 generations, 2 generations ago. We know a lot of people also still game on even 700 series maybe. We didn't include that one because, you know, that's too far away, but still. My bottleneck is my wallet. Yeah, I know. For a lot of people, I mean, that's the thing. But yeah, I mean that's where you know, in terms of performance per dollar or per euro, whatever, you know, this 16 series, so the 1660 and the 1660 Ti are actually really good value. Yeah. I mean, $300 or 300 euros, you know, it's still a lot of money for some people. For most people, I would say maybe even. But, you know, in terms of the performance you get back for it, it's actually a way better deal than the RTX 20 series. So if you don't have the money to spend on, you know, for the RTX cards, these are actually a really good alternative for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think the 1660, actually, the MSRP was quite surprising, right?
Well, it depends. I mean, we've been in the business for a while, so we already had like
yeah,
predictions internally saying like what we do, you know, and then like, yeah, we kind of predicted it to be around this price point. Also because, you know, it's competition, so it's clear that NVIDIA, of course, wants to create a card, put it in the market competitive to a card from AMD. Because they want to beat them at the same price point, or maybe force AMD to actually push the price down a bit. And I think they've done that. I mean, the 1660 is a really good card. It kind of compares to the RX 590. Actually, it beats it in most benchmarks. So it is a really good card. And it's around the same price. And it only uses about half the amount of power to do it. So all in all, I can't really say anything bad about it, to be honest. That's the thing. Okay, yeah, so that's the main difference between 1660 and 1660 Ti. That's also where the speed difference of these cards comes from, mainly. Looking at the MSI lineup then, well, those of you who watched our 1660 Ti live stream a few weeks ago, this will look very familiar. I mean, it's the same lineup. We've got the same models. The point here is that we try to offer a model for whatever taste you have. If you want the more premium model with the LED lights, you know, the gaming is there for you. If you want really good performance but still a little bit more premium, armor is a good choice. Also, no LED lights there, so if you don't care about those. Ventus, I think, has become a really nice staple for kind of entry level, but still really solid looks and performance. So that one is here, and of course Aero ITX for those of you who are looking to build something in a small form factor, because, you know, those cars are a lot smaller. In fact, let's just have a look at them, because I've got some samples right here. So let's head on. First, I will take the box. So this is of course the Gaming X, as you can see, 1660. No tricks. It's not the Ti. But yeah, it's very similar. In all respects, it's very similar to the 1660 Ti. Actually, even the TDP, so that's the power usage, or the projected power usage, is the same as between the 1660 and the 1660 Ti. Both for both GPUs, NVIDIA stipulates that it's 120 watts. So that also means, and it makes sense, to use pretty much the exact same thermal module, and you know, so the fans, the whole design can be pretty much exactly the same. So let's have a look at some of the cards close up. If you have any questions about these cards, by the way, let us know. I can compare them for you because I have them here physically, so I can also like compare them physically and show you the details. So I'll first just put them on the table. So we have the Gaming X. Here we go. So that one's up first, of course. Well, yeah, I mean, for me, it's all pretty standard. I don't know what about you guys, but so yeah, 2 fans, Torx 3.0, so the latest Torx fan technology. 0 frozer, so the fans will stop below, I believe, 60 degrees, just off the top of my head. Which actually, I've been surprised to see that this card actually doesn't really get that much above 60 degrees anyway. If your case is not constrained in any way, so that's yeah, pretty impressive. The LEDs will be, you know, around the edges as you saw in the image just now. It has a really nice backplate. Oh, I'm holding it upside down with a brushed finish, as you can see. This is a metal backplate, so pretty nice. Let's see. It has a single 8-pin power connector, as you can see right there. The backplate has been rounded off, just like the 1660 Ti. So it connects on through the back of the card here as well. And let's see. Well, we have I mean, the card is not that heavy, but you have the anti-bending slash close quarters cooling strip right here. This is the really thick black plate here, which connects to the I/O bracket. So that makes it even way more rigid than it really needs to be even. But you know.
So it's like it cools and it prevents bending.
Yeah, at the same time. Yeah. So it's multifunctional basically, and all these little, what is it, shiny parts here you can see, like screws basically. Well, they're not really screws because you can't unscrew them, but all these buses basically go through the PCB and through the plate to connect everything together, which also gives it like extra rigidity. I mean, this card you really have to try really hard to bend or you know, make it move at all. So this card's really sturdy as well, or sturdy as hell, maybe I can say. In terms of the I/O ports, I mean, it's pretty standard at this time, right? You got 3 times DisplayPort right there, 1, 2, and 3, and you've got 1 HDMI port there. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so someone is asking, well, it's not about this car, but he's asking about RTX 2060 Ventura 60 OC and the MSI
Ventura,
RTX
I don't know. I don't
gaming C.
I don't know if we have a Ace Ventura card. Alrighty then. Maybe you can put the main view. So what is the difference between the MSI RTX 2060? I'm just gonna assume you mean Ventus here. Ventus and the Gaming
Ventura.
Z. So where do I start? Very different cards. The Ventus uses reference PCB design. So that means it uses kind of the blueprint that NVIDIA provides. Whereas the gaming cards have a custom design PCB. So they have more efficient, more layers, better quality components. Yeah, I mean, overall better for stability and better for performance. That's basically what it comes down to. And then you get to the cooling part. I mean, the Ventus is pretty solid, yes. But the gaming has the newest Torx fans. It has the double ball bearing, so the fans will keep spinning forever, pretty much. The gaming is way more premium as well, as in it has the LED lights, you know, so you can customize your setup more. It's overall just more premium, and also the Gaming Z will have higher clock speeds out of the box compared to the Ventus. I mean, you did ask about the Ventus OC model, so that is already the overclock model of the Ventus. But the Gaming Z will be faster out of the box for sure, and the cooling will be better as well. So that means that on 2 fronts, this will lead to more and better performance. Basically, I mean, to be fair, it won't be, you know, 10% more or something. It will be like a few percent more. But if you care about, you know, having the absolute best and the absolute coolest solution and graphics card, the gaming is basically the best one you can buy. Yeah.
So people should really just remember when it comes to our series, Gaming Z or Gaming is really pushes it to the to the max.
In this case, well, I mean, I'm starting with the Gaming for a reason. The Gaming is our top card. It will also be, unfortunately, but logically, the more expensive version of the 1660. But I mean, that all depends on what materials we use, how many materials we use. More materials and more expensive materials obviously means it costs more to make the product. So, clearly it will cost a bit more as well. The same goes for the LED lights that go into it and the software that we have to develop to support it. All the testing that goes on to make sure it's compatible with all our products and all our third-party partner products. All of this stuff that goes on behind the scenes, it has to factor into the cost somewhere. So that's why, yes, these are marginally more expensive. But ultimately, the choice is always up to you. I mean, do you want that extra performance, those extra abilities, and that extra customizability, the luxury? Or do you think, well, screw that, I just want performance and, just a solid card that just has performance? And in that case, I mean, the Ventus is a really good choice as well. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. All right?
Yeah.
So that's the Gaming. I'll just put that one here for now. But because we have more cards, of course, we actually have the full lineup here.
Wow, we do.
Yeah. So this is the Armor. So 1660 Armor. So as you can see, completely different from the Gaming. I'll just put the Gaming here as well. So as you can see, it is different, but also very similar in some respects. So in terms of size, it's a little bit smaller than the Gaming, but only marginally. I mean, at the front, you don't notice that much difference. Actually, not that much difference at all. But especially at the back, you can see that the Armor backplate doesn't extend quite as far and actually leaves some of the heatsink exposed. Also, the backplate of the Armor is plastic, so it's not the premium aluminum one.
So the PCB part, either
Yes.
the reference or the custom-made ones, they are actually shorter than what people are kind of used to nowadays.
Well, it depends. I mean, on the RTX cards, they were a little bit longer. You also have to keep in mind, PCB, the more room you have, the easier it is to disperse the heat. And also, the more space there is between individual components, the less chance you have of coil whine. And those, people hate coil whine. I know also on the RTX 20 series, there is indeed quite a bit of coil whine as well. But you have to remember that there are really a lot of components on an RTX 20 series card, so that's one of the factors that might be causing it. It's also, a lot of new technologies going in there, so I think, there are still some things to figure out on that part, but I mean, all in all, custom PCBs are definitely the way to go. Getting back to the Armor card, so this one, is a little bit more of a different design, so the black and white, a bit more black than white. Nice brushed finish. At the side, you've got the nice logo as well. The single 8-pin connector, just like the other card, because both are the 1660 versions. I mean, the fans, these are Torx fans, actually Torx 2.0. So these are last generation's gaming fans. So on the 10 series, you would find the exact same fans. The difference, well, we pointed it out before, but on the Torx fan 3.0, you've got these little, let's see if you guys can see them, but these little fins on some of the fan blades. I don't know if you guys can see this very well. I'm trying to play with the light so you guys can see it. So these little notches basically on there, which help to guide the air a bit more efficiently and prevent turbulence.
We're getting compliments about the keyboard.
Well, thanks. Damn that key. Which one? Because we've got 3 on the table here, but I see some RGB things going on. Oh no, actually RGB monitor. Well, we can talk about that later on as well.
Yeah, if you like, we can give you some detailed look later.
These are MSI keyboards, so don't worry, we can show you that as well. This is actually the GK60. If you're on YouTube, there should be a link in the description there already to the product page. If you want to know more about it, you can watch. You can go to the product page, or actually the first stream we did this year, I think, was about the GK60 and the GM50. So about this keyboard.
Yeah, so go check it out if you want.
Okay, so other than that, I mean, you know, the I/O ports obviously the same. So you've got 3 display ports and 1 HDMI. Really solid card, little bit less premium features, but still focusing on very much on the performance, and also using the custom PCB on the armor cards. So that's the armor. Let's see if I can create a nice lineup here.
Yes, actually, it is an RGB monitor.
Yes.
Well, actually both.
Yeah, we've got two RGB monitors. So you can see here there's an RGB strip running alongside.
So here we have our highest prestige, performance line. So the MPG series. And there we have the MEG 27CQR. And here we have the 27CQ.
Both of these, by the way, qualify for the promotion where you get or you can claim the Division 2 for a limited time. So keep that in mind. I think it's like 1 month or a little bit longer, maybe. Depends on how many pieces of the game, you know, how many copies we have. But pretty good monitors.
Yeah, you still have some time, so.
Yeah. They're all curved, by the way, slightly curved. I mean, it's not like but they're a bit curved, and both are, I believe, 144 Hertz, so perfect for gaming.
Yeah, 144.
Both are 4040p, but that doesn't mean you cannot game on full HD. So we're going to actually demonstrate that later on as well, because for this stream and because of the capture card process, we can only stream in 1080p full HD.
Yeah.
So that means that we will be gaming on full HD on these monitors. But yeah, pretty good monitors, I have to say. Okay, so then the Ventus, which I think has become one of the more popular models as well, and for good reason. I mean, it's very stylish, I have to say. You know, it's not like too aggressive. So this will pretty much look really good in any build. And yeah, I mean, this again focuses on performance and durability more than anything else. So there's no premium RGB shenanigans or anything like that going on. You have an OC model of these and a non-OC model. So basically the difference between those two is one is overclocked out of the box a bit more, higher clock speeds, and the other one a little bit less. But I mean, both are really good in terms of cooling. This one also uses the Torx 2.0 fans. So as you can see, I believe this one does not have the zero frozzer feature. The Armor one does. So that means that these fans will probably keep spinning regardless of temperature, but at a very low RPM, so probably you won't even hear them. This card, by the way, will be very close to the MSRP. So that's also something to consider. And also, I think one of the reasons why the Ventus cards have become very popular as well are because we managed to keep the cost quite low on these, while still delivering a really nice product, both in terms of looks, but also in terms of the performance, thermal performance, and gaming performance. Looking at the back, I mean, it does have a back plate. This one is plastic though, just like the Armor version. It does have a nice brushed finish though, and at the back, it's also a little bit closed, just for both looks, but also I mean, it does have holes in it to not hinder any thermal performance. Yeah.
Actually, someone is asking if we have recommendations for the feeder cards if somebody wants to use Flight Simulator. That's quite a heavy program.
For a flight sim, well, it depends which one. I mean, you've got which one was it? Microsoft Flight Simulator. That one is like really old, so that one will pretty much run on a potato by this point.
Let's assume it's a top tier.
Yeah, but I mean, for really good flights, again, it depends. I don't know individual. You should be able to find recommended or minimum requirements for a game, right? So Flight Simulator.
It also depends on what kind of settings he wants to use, right?
Yeah. I don't know, like military flight simulators. I don't know any of them. I know there are specialized projects for that, but they will also have very specific demands of the hardware. So yeah, I mean, it really depends. NGEF 201 or 201. It really depends which flight simulator you're talking about. I mean, a general flight simulator these days can pretty much run on any card. But if you have specific demands, like it has to have a specific FPS, or it's using ray tracing, or those things, and also which resolution.
Yeah.
Is it like a
lot of
360
factors.
experience, or is it, you know, just on a couple of monitors? How many monitors? So a lot of things you can consider. The higher the demands, obviously, the higher the GPU will have to be, or the higher end, I should say. Because you need that performance then. So yeah, other than that, I mean, again, for the I/O port, maybe you can go to the closer view again. Thanks. Right. So again, you know, the I/O ports, pretty standard, 3 times DisplayPort and 1 time HDMI, and a nice fat heat pipe going through the heatsink there as well. Again, 8-pin power connector right there. But overall, really a solid card as well. It's pretty nice, I have to say. All right, so the last one in our lineup.
And then maybe we can do the first giveaway already, yeah?
Yeah. We can make somebody happy after that. So this one is the smallest card that we have, the ITX, the Aero ITX. So yeah, this one's all about trying to keep the card as small as possible, or well, at least within ITX dimensions, so it can be used on ITX motherboards and in small form factor builds. So yeah, there you go. It's a single fan
So how much smaller is this compared to the regular size ones?
Well, it depends on which one you call regular size. Because, I mean, here you go.
So the Ventus is actually already smaller than
the Ventus,
the other ones.
Exactly. So the Ventus is already a bit smaller. So as you can see, it is a bit shorter than the Ventus. It's like maybe 3 centimeters or something shorter. I mean, the exact dimensions are on the website, so you can always check if you want to be sure. But if you want to compare it to, for example, the gaming, which is pretty much the biggest one that we have in this series. Yeah, that's a bit of a bigger difference already. You can see, especially in length. So there's quite a big difference there. So yeah, hope this helps you to see. I mean, in terms of thickness, there's not that much difference. The gaming is just, I mean, it's like 2 slots, maybe a little bit more. So this is the gaming one. So as you can see, basically 2 slots from, if you're looking at the thickness of the card. And the Aero is 2 slots, is using 2 slots as well. So basically both use 2 slots. So yeah, the Aero is basically just has 1 fan and of course a nice cooling system with some heat pipes, as you can see the copper color below. It doesn't have a backplate, so you know, again, trying to mind the costs as well as yeah, if you're in a small form factor, usually you don't have much space anyway, and even a backplate, you know, it takes another few millimeters of space that you might not have if you're minding a small size build. It also has the 8-pin connector, of course. And in terms of I/O output, so the display outputs, this one is a little bit different. So as you can see, it has, for versatility reasons, it has a few different outputs. So it has 1 DisplayPort, 1 HDMI, and 1 DVI. So I hope the camera can catch this well. There we go.
So somebody's asking, 1660, do I buy 1660, 2060, or 2070? Well, that really depends.
Yeah.
First of all, you know, if you have the money for 2070 and you really want ray tracing, go for that one.
Yeah.
Because 1660 is really not in the same category as, you know, the 2070, for example, or 2060 because of the ray tracing, right?
Well, not just because of the ray tracing, but also because of the budget. Well, the performance, but you know, there's many things to consider there. One is, what is your budget? You know, if you have the money for a 2070, then yes, that's a hell of a lot faster than a 2060 and a 1660. But also, what kind of monitor are you using? What kind of games are you playing? If you're just playing competitive esports games, for example, and you play on a 1080p monitor and you just want, you know, over 100 FPS, 1660 and 1660 Ti are actually quite good for that.
That's so my setup.
Yeah, and there's no problem. I mean, that's the thing. But if you want to play like games like the Division 2, you know, the latest AAA games when they come out, and you expect good performance, and you have a Quad HD monitor or 1440p or even 4K maybe, you know, then a 1660 isn't going to cut it. You know, then you want to look at 2070, 2080, 2080 Ti. But, you know, there's a big gap in terms of price as well to consider there. So it all depends on what, you know, the balance of what do you expect, and what is your budget? So how much do you have available to spend? And also, you know, as we said before, what does the rest of your system look like? Because if the rest of your system is old hardware, basically, with a relatively slow or old GPU, CPU, then you know it could bottleneck your performance. You could have a 2080 Ti in a PC from the year 2000. That won't do you any good, you know. So yeah, there has to be a decent balance there.
So are you also aware if we're going to put a 1660 in laptops?
I have no idea actually.
That's a really good question.
Yeah. I mean, it stands to reason to assume that there will be. We don't have any official news or information about it. Actually, I don't think even that there is a 1660 Ti in laptops yet. I think they, from the beginning of this year, they started introducing the RTX 20 series to laptops, and of course, you know, with Max-Q versions and stuff like that. So we'll have to wait and see. I also have no idea when this would happen. You know, laptop versions of GPUs tend to be a fair bit, a few months after the desktop variants are launched. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. And quite some people asking about the FPS of this card, and I think we'll get to that later, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, we can let's first draw a winner. Let's see if we can make somebody happy, and then
right,
after
guys,
that,
I hope
we
you registered.
promise you we'll show you some FPS as well, some benchmarks. So if you haven't already, by the way, Ja will draw a random winner now. But if you haven't already, go to msi.com/2/insider and look for a button, probably somewhere on my chest, a big red button that says go to the giveaway or giveaway, and yeah, participate.
Yeah, and the more actions you perform there,
yeah,
the more chance you actually
basically
have of winning.
It will, once you go on the link, it will tell you what to do. But basically, what we're asking you to do is to like or subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're streaming on multiple channels, by the way, Twitch as well, Twitter, I believe, yep. Periscope, that is, Facebook, and even Mixer. So yeah, I mean, a lot of platforms, and we'd love to hear some feedback from you guys. And of course, we want you guys to subscribe and like us.
Yeah, because we already have the first winner of today.
Yeah. So who is it?
Hakeem Hartgrove.
Ooh, congratulations, Hakeem.
I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong, but my excuses. It's quite hard.
All right, so Hakeem,
so, yeah,
we'll send you a Division 2 code later this week. Congratulations, and have fun with the game,
enjoy.
man.
Yeah, for those of you who haven't registered, like Peter already said,
yep.
Please go do so, because we have more codes to give away.
Later on this stream, we'll be giving away more game keys for the Division 2. Don't miss out. It's a really funny game, and I mean, yeah, well, not funny actually, but it's a fun game.
It's a fun game, definitely.
Slip of the tongue there. Anyway, so yeah. But you will see later on as well. We had a lot of fun already, but it's a really good game. Yeah, so don't miss out on it.
And another opportunity for them to get it, for those of you who just joined.
Exactly, yeah. So if you're planning to buy a brand new graphics card and you want the Division 2, of course, the 1660s are there for you. However, you won't get the Division 2 with them. You will get the Division 2 if you buy one of the Radeon graphics cards above here. So that's Radeon 7, any of the Vega cards, RX 590, RX 580, and RX 570. You can go to our MSI.com website for more details. You'll find it on the landing page there. Just look for the action or the promotion that's called Raise the Game Fully Loaded, and there you'll find all the details.
Yeah. And if you're planning on upgrading your monitor anytime soon to QHD 1440p, well, actually these two right here are also QHD 1440p. We have a lot of QHD models selected for you, and if you're interested in one of them, you will also get the Division 2 for free.
Right now, yeah. I mean,
exactly.
And don't wait if you want to upgrade your monitor or buy a new one, because you know there are only so many the Division 2 codes to give away. So I have it on good authority that it's pretty much like for a month or a little bit longer. I do think we got some extra codes, so. You know, we want to make as many people happy as possible, obviously. Yeah. And I mean, these monitors could save your life.
So maybe we shouldn't announce it too often.
I don't know. Yeah. That would be selfish, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So, guys, good luck with those if you're interested.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Then let's deliver on our promise, and let's go and dive into some benchmarks, some performance numbers. So we've borrowed some data from a Dutch media site called hardware.info, who does a lot of extensive tests and reviews. So this is from their GTX 1660 review. These are general numbers. They don't apply to any specific model that we have on the table
Sorry,
here.
Piers, to interrupt you, but this is really good because Hakim just said, I won, like very surprised, like yeah, you actually won.
What the hell?
Congrats.
I won, yeah. WTF? Yeah.
Congrats.
Well, you know.
All right. Sorry.
We hope you like it. You know. It's what we aim to do. Anyway, right. So performance numbers. So these are average FPS based on, I believe, like 15 games or something. Some of the latest games they put in the test, and then they make a performance index basically.
So that also includes
on average
AAA titles.
Yeah. So I mean, per game the results will maybe a bit different. So this is like the average across the games that they tested. And here you can see, especially on 1080p, so Full HD, ultra settings, this card, the 1660, is actually a really good choice because on average it will give you around 74 FPS. Compared to the 1660 Ti, you know, of course, that one is a bit faster, so that one will give you around almost 90 FPS on most games. Still, the 1660 is a pretty solid choice. Comparing to, like we said before, even looking back at the 960, which is way at the bottom there, I mean, it's like 3 times as fast. So yeah, it's pretty much 3 times as fast as a 960. So if you're on a 960 or even a 970, which did perform a bit better than the 960, but I don't know, I don't remember who asked the question. Should I upgrade from a 970 to the 1660? Here you pretty much have your answer. You're gonna be at least, if the rest of your system isn't bottlenecking at least, you're going to have at least 2 times as much performance.
Yeah, and also for someone who's asking if you should get 1660 or 1660 Ti, really pay attention to these kind of graphs, because we got more of them, right?
Yeah.
So you can really see, what's the performance difference and what suits you better.
Yeah. And so we're going to be looking at a few different things. So this is 1080p, everything on Ultra. So these are the highest settings. Pretty solid choice for 1080p. Looking at Quad HD, so also what these monitors will be doing. There becomes a bit more difficult, especially on everything on ultra settings. This card comes up a bit short. I don't think this is the best 1440p card, especially not for the big AAA titles. Everything on ultra. There you really want to go for a bit more powerful card if you have 1440p and you want everything on ultra. So a 1070 or a 1660 Ti will serve you a lot better and will give you a lot better consistent performance over 60 FPS, and that's kind of what you're looking for smooth gameplay. Looking at compared to the 1060, I think someone also asked this. Compared to the 1060 6 gig, we've compared it to not the 3 gig version. Still a very nice performance boost. So pretty much 10 FPS or a bit more than the 10%. Actually more than that, more like 20% extra performance. So pretty nice. Somebody already saying I upgraded from a GTX 960M. That's a mobile version though. That's really to a RTX 2070 Gaming Z Life Changer. Yeah, I can imagine that. That is a huge performance gap.
Those are true words, life changer.
Yeah. But we didn't include 4K Ultra results because for this card it just doesn't work. It's not meant for 4K Ultra, so we're not even gonna show you that. What we are gonna show you though is for example, esports or competitive titles. Think about Rocket League, Counter-Strike, Overwatch probably as well. You will find that this card at 1080p, if you're okay with medium settings, for esports competitive titles, usually you don't go for the highest graphic settings, you go for lower settings to optimize performance.
So the higher the FPS, the better, right?
Exactly, and there you can easily get over 100 FPS. With the 1660, so really good card for that. And even if you go to 1440p, if you like the high resolution, but you're still okay with medium settings, there you can still get pretty solid performance out of this
Peter,
card.
Somebody is putting an all-nighter for you.
Nice. Well, big respect to you.
Really appreciate it, man.
DK Enam pulling an all-nighter to watch this stream. Love MSI since 2015 when I got my first gaming desktop. Oh, we know that feeling, dude. You should watch the streams that we had last week, and also we're gonna have one in a few weeks' time with nostalgic feelings. You know, looking at old hardware.
A trip down memory lane.
Exactly. You should watch those as well. I think you would like them. Hi, Massive Attack. Hi, ROWD. All right, so yeah, I mean for 4040p, the 1660 card is pretty good if you're okay with medium settings. It's pretty solid. And then even if you're looking at 4K on medium settings, I mean, yeah, anything under 60 FPS we don't really recommend because we want people to have a really nice, smooth gaming experience. But if you're okay with less FPS, then this card can even still do pretty decently. But yeah, I mean, you have to sacrifice visual quality, and so we don't really recommend it. Again, the 1660 also isn't meant as a 4K card in mind. So yeah, if you're going for 4K, do yourself a favor and yeah, get at least a 2070 or higher, pretty much.
It's great tips, guys. Remember those.
So if you have any other questions, let us know. Back to the Future with MSI. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing now.
If we can somehow really recreate that, you know, Back to the Future.
That would be awesome.
Really awesome.
Well, we need, what was it? 6.21 gigawatts?
Oh yeah, something like that, Professor. Oh, but those are really classics.
Yeah. All right. Then, let's see. Yeah, I think we can also talk about, I mean, somebody already said it in the chat earlier. Yes, we have read the news and we've all been watching with great interest the NVIDIA.
So you have your answers, pay attention.
Exactly, the NVIDIA presentation 2 days ago. Yeah, the announcement came that they will enable ray tracing or RTX for a lot of cards, so Pascal cards and the 16 series cards as well. Not all Pascal cards. Here you have a list as well. If you do some Googling, you can find more data as well. But this is pretty much the list as NVIDIA have announced it right now. So for Pascal cards, or the 10 series cards as we know them, everything down to the 1060 6 gig will get ray tracing support. The 1060 3 gig will not, and 1050 Ti also not. So. But you know, that's why we did, you know, at the beginning kind of say that 16 series cards, so the 1660 and the 1660 Ti, don't have ray tracing capability. Right now, that's true, and they still don't have the RT or the ray tracing cores and the tensor cores. They won't have them. This is hardware. But in terms of software enabling, I think NVIDIA announced it will be an April driver update that will enable ray tracing. I mean, it's interesting and it's really nice. It means that a lot of people can still use the ray tracing features and you know, get the visual goodness and experience it for themselves. But in terms of performance, you know, we have to be realistic, because here is a great example again from the NVIDIA presentation. This is basically to give you an idea how long it takes to render a single frame per GPU. So the bottom one, starting with that, is the Turing RTX with the dedicated ray tracing cores and DLSS, so the tensor cores as well. The green patch down there, you can see that's where the RT cores kick in, and at the end you also got some tensor core action, you know. But anyway, the timeline is really short for a single frame. The one above that is what would happen if you have Turing, so basically a 16 series cards. Turing architecture, but no dedicated ray tracing cores and no dedicated tensor cores. You can see the timeline is already a lot longer. You can still see that there are, because of the combination of different colors in the timeline, that means that there are both FP32 calculations and integer 32 calculations happening at the same time. So that means that it can still beat most of the Pascal cards in terms of performance, or at least rendering the frames in a short time span. The Pascal or the 10 series cards really have to do one thing after another, so they cannot do things concurrently. And that means that rendering a single frame will take it a long time compared to the Turing cards.
So that's like, if you compare the Pascal and the Turing RTX, it's like more than triple. the speed.
Well, I mean, this is like an indication.
Yeah, the indication-wise.
So it's really weird, and I think even Metro Exodus was one of the more extreme examples because that game really uses a lot of the ray tracing elements. Some other games use a little bit less or a lighter implementation of it. I think Battlefield 5, for example, is a bit more optimized already as well for performance-wise.
So it really depends on a lot of factors.
Yeah. But I mean, one thing is sure: if you have a 10 series cards like a 1080 or a 1070, and you want to use ray tracing, you will have a significant performance hit. So yeah, I mean, you will have the ability to use it, but I don't think you will get a good performance out of it, which kind of makes sense because these cards were not designed with ray tracing in mind. They were not meant to do it in the first place. They're enabling it now, and so it's up to you if you want to use it or not. It's nice to have the possibility so you can experience it.
Yeah, so Rusty to Gold is saying, well, I have a 2060 6GB in my laptop. Can I get ray tracing?
Well, the laptop GPUs, I don't know. Based on this, I would say probably yes. It looks like you will be able to. So again, keep your eyes open for the
updates.
it should be April, so next month. NVIDIA will do a driver update, and based on that driver update, you should be able to use ray tracing, or basically it enables DXR, which is the DirectX ray tracing Windows. Basically the framework. So you should be able to access it and enable it in games.
So someone says ray tracing drops FPS by 50%, but that's like when it got introduced. But it got patched up like a lot of times already, right?
Well, it depends a lot per game as well. I mean, for Battlefield 5, I think is the best example because they've patched it a couple of times, and now the performance hit is actually not that big anymore. In other games, you will still have a really big performance hit. And if you're looking at the 10 series, they will definitely have a very big performance hit if you enable ray tracing. But if you're looking at, for example, and comparing it, also combining it with DLSS, I've seen some examples. I mean, we can maybe go on to the next example as well, because one of the games that was used as a display or as a demo, I should say, for the RTX launch back last year when the first RTX cards were introduced, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That game was using ray traced shadows on the ground, so it's not so much about the reflections and the refractions, but more about realistic shadows. And what I mean by that is normally the shadows would be very sharp, like drawn on the ground, which is not very realistic. And it would still look pretty nice, but it's not the realistic shadows that you can have. And also the different light sources would really mess with the quality. With the ray tracing, ray traced shadows, you get much more realistic, and then the further the shadow is removed from the person, the less dark it is and the less sharp it is. So it's really in the details. But that was actually displayed with the launch of the RTX cards, but it wasn't actually in the game. And even though the game Shadow of the Tomb Raider has been out for quite a while already, you could not enable the ray tracing or the RTX stuff in the game yet. But a recent patch, I think like 1 or 2 days ago, it says that there, patch 1.0.280, finally introduced the ray tracing or the ray traced shadows into the game. You should be able to now enable that. But also DLSS. And interestingly enough, I read some articles about it, and then we did some testing as well. And what we saw was that, yes, ray tracing still impacts performance. I mean, it's a different way of calculating, so it does make sense. However, the DLSS was able to, reduce the impact of performance quite significantly. So if you're using the DLSS as well, you will still have a bit of a performance hit, but it will probably be closer to like 10% instead of like 30 or 40%. So it makes it a lot more doable, and you don't lose quite as much FPS. Again, depends per resolution. DLSS also, in Metro, it used to have a very foggy effect. Everything would get blurry, right? A couple of weeks ago, we did set the record straight that there was a patch in the game that actually fixed that. But that means that it's game dependent. So that means that also it wasn't like an NVIDIA driver update that something was wrong there or something needed to be fixed there. So that means that also, I mean, in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, from what I've seen, actually the implementation is good from the start. But in future other games, if they introduce DLSS into that, it could be that they might have some issues at the start and that they need to patch it a couple of times before they have a good result. But for Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I believe in some reviews they already said that they had trouble keeping the screenshots or the footage that they made with DLSS enabled or disabled, that they had trouble keeping those apart. So, I mean, that already tells you that it's pretty good. So yeah, pretty interesting, and then especially that they're going to at least enable RTX on a lot of the graphics cards that previously did not have even the capability of doing it. And then probably you will also see much more clearly what the benefit is of the dedicated ray tracing and tensor cores on the RTX series. So
yeah, and they can also expect like further optimizations, right? Even with new games.
Yeah, always. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing: Nvidia is pushing this so hard, and as we saw with Battlefield, you know, they also want this to be a success. So that means that they will keep pushing and working with the game developers, for example, to see what they can improve, both in terms of performance, also in visual quality if needed, as we saw with Metro Exodus. There, the performance benefit was already there, even if the visual quality was at the beginning not quite what they had in mind. But yeah, they then worked with the game developer, and together they patched the game again, which also improved the visual quality drastically without sacrificing performance. So yeah, this is something we can always look forward to. Yeah, that's.
I think now is a good time for the second winner.
Another winner, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So guys, the ones that haven't registered yet, I really encourage you to do so. And if you don't know the link, if it doesn't work for you, you can go to the link in the chat right now.
Yep.
And let's see who the next winner is.
Woo! All right. So the Division 2. Anybody already playing the Division 2 in the chat, guys?
I just read that somebody played like 200 hours on Division 1, so he really wants to.
Oh yeah. Well, though 200 hours in the Division 1 probably isn't even that much.
Well, actually we have a second winner. It looks like it was really welcomed this time. And actually I just spoke of his name last time. Like it was Rusty2Gold.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
to God, actually. Rusty2God. So congratulations.
Oh, congratulations,
Yeah,
dude.
he was asking a lot of questions in the chat. So
Yeah.
it paid off, apparently.
Nice, nice. Okay,
So I hope you enjoy the game.
RNG favors you because this was randomly selected. So
Yeah.
congratulations. We'll send you the
No
game
influence,
code soon. Yeah, and hope you enjoy the game, man.
Yeah, so those of you who still haven't registered, go do it now because we have more codes coming up.
Yeah. An interesting question by Peter Zanting. Will DXR also be available on Radeon cards? No official information yet. However, I have seen some interesting footage of, I think it's software-based ray tracing. So Nvidia obviously does with the RTX cards. They've made hardware changes and added ray tracing cores for dedicated for that function, real-time ray tracing. I have seen some demos that developers are working on a platform that will actually support software-based ray tracing, so it doesn't actually matter which hardware is linked to it. How good it will be and the performance, I have no idea. But I think it's realistic to say that probably at some point, yes, this will lead to you being able to do ray tracing on AMD cards as well. I mean, here's the thing: if Nvidia can also make ray tracing work on cards without any dedicated ray tracing cores or RT cores, probably there's a way to do it with AMD cards as well. I would expect, yeah.
Somebody is asking if we have a monitor that can be used horizontal and vertical.
Yeah.
Well,
great question.
Yeah, great question, because with all the current models, we can use them horizontal, obviously, but vertical, I will have to dig really deep because I
think you
say
can.
for sure.
I think you can, but it's you kind of have to switch the screen. I don't know if there's a hardware feature to rotate the display.
Yeah, no, you can
But I
rotate
think-
it, but if you unscrew it, yeah, but then you have to do the extra step.
Yeah.
But I thought he meant like if you can just use it and
physically
flip it around.
Yeah. Good question. I mean, if it has a Visa mount, then obviously you can do that.
And also, the other reason why that most of our models cannot do it is because we have the curved.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna say, why?
Yeah, so
With a curved monitor, probably you don't even want to do that, right?
no,
Yeah.
because if you have the curve, it's gonna be looking really weird. Because your eye, it looks like this, you know, the peripheral view. So if you do like vertically,
It's weird. We'll have to, maybe we can do a stream with that as well. See if we can actually make something freaky like that.
yeah, maybe you can have like a
How would the
triple
immersion
setup.
be on that?
I don't know. Maybe you can have like triple vertical.
But I mean, you can't really do the immersion around you with if you have the monitor vertically, right?
No, you can't
Because it's
then
not
you'll have
curved
holes.
that way.
Yeah, you have holes. So.
Well, or you have angles at least, because it's not curved like. Anyway.
So you know our curved gaming monitor, they were not meant to be vertically used in the first place.
They're optimized to be used horizontally, and you know, even if you put them next to each other, they should be able to give you a nice curve, you know, all together for extra immersion. But yeah.
And speaking of monitors, if you are planning on upgrading anytime soon, you know you can check it out.
Yep.
If you want any Quad HD or 1440p monitor, you actually will receive a free copy of the Division 2. If you haven't won any today, and that's not all because Peter.
Yeah. You can also get the Division 2 and 2 other games with the Raise the Game fully loaded game bundle from AMD. So if you are looking to buy a new AMD graphics card and you want some of these games, this is a great time to do it. So for more information, you can check on MSI.com and look for our promotions. It's listed there for more details. So yeah, let's not get into too much detail now.
Yeah. People congratulating Rusty to God.
Of course.
So friendly.
Yeah, well. And he says hello. Hi.
Oh well. I'm actually quite jealous. I want a copy too.
Yeah. We actually don't have it.
No.
I mean, we're lucky though. I mean, we're two lucky bastards because we get to play this.
Yeah. Well,
professionally.
we are working.
Not like esports professionally.
Yes, I see what you did there.
But it's part of our job.
Yeah, technically you're right. We are playing this professionally.
Yeah. So you know,
very good.
Pretty nice.
Check now. So I'll just check if there are any more interesting questions.
Yeah. Maybe in the meantime I can have a look at. Let's see. I can have a look at performance because I have a 1660 in this PC. As you can see on the capture screen here, there is a new version of MSI Afterburner, by the way, released I believe last week. 4.6.0, the final build. So there were 4.6.0 beta versions around already for months, I believe. But there is a new final build now with also a very nice new skin that you can see here. And just so you guys know, OC scanner, so getting some free, more performance out of your graphics card with OC scanner also works on all the GTX 16 series. Again, all you have to do is make sure you click this button here with the OC and the little spyglass. It will open the MSI Overclocking scanner interface. Really simple. You can just click scan. It will go and scan for the best performance settings it can. Then you can apply it in Afterburner. Click OK, and you got some free extra performance. So like almost literally one click overclocking.
So there are quite a few people still going on about the monitor, and
nice.
There's a question about if the MPG27 CQ, I suppose, or the MAG271 CQR, I suppose, because he didn't fully write out the model name. If they're actually working in G-Sync compatibility mode. Well, that's a really good question, and I would like to answer that for sure, but I cannot answer it for certain. Because we are still in the testing mode, and well, as they have proven to be working with G-Sync compatibility mode, it's not for sure that. Well, you'll have to wait a bit because we're still in the heavy testing mode. So
plus,
you gotta wait for that.
It's not officially certified yet.
No,
so
yet.
that also tells you. So probably it will work, on previous streams, we've shown you how to activate it and how to demonstrate and how to check if it works. For us, it worked just fine, and we're still, again, the technology to do this wasn't around when most of these monitors were created.
Exactly.
So they were not created with that in mind. So after the fact now, we have to check, and we are checking with NVIDIA to see, okay, which ones work, which ones don't, and the ones that don't, are these things that can be fixed, or is this linked to hardware and sadly not fixable? Anyway, more details about that when we know them. But yeah, keep your eye on it. Yeah, so I've got Afterburner running. It's everything's running on stock speeds, by the way. And what I can do maybe before we get started, maybe I can do a quick benchmark as well to show you guys what you can expect. So I'll just start the game. This takes a while, by the way.
Yeah, that really was something to be noticed with the Division 2.
Yeah. I know.
It likes to really.
Well, it has to connect like all over the place with external servers. So I think that's one of the reasons why it sometimes takes a while to log in.
But it's not that bad.
No. I mean, once it's up and running, it's really nice.
We just like to nag about it.
We always find something to nag about.
And yes, this is a Logitech camera. This is Logitech Brio 4K.
Yeah.
Oh, shouldn't move it. So you're right. That is a Logitech indeed.
Can you post the link again? Someone's asking. Yeah, we still have some more codes to give away as well. By the way, can you scroll up a little bit? Somebody asked, what do you prefer, 1660 Ti or Omar is asking, 1660 Ti or 1070?
1070, yeah.
It's actually a really hard choice. I mean, in the benchmarks, you notice that I think 1660 Ti beat the 1070 in some parts. The 1070 has a little bit more VRAM. It has 8 gigs versus 1660 Ti, which has 6 gigs. But the 1660 Ti has GDDR6 and 1070 has GDDR5. So it has 1070 has a bit more VRAM, but it's a bit slower. So I mean, honestly, I would pretty much always choose the newer card because also it has more speed and you can expect a little bit more driver optimization going forward because these are the new cards. So you can be sure that, for example, NVIDIA is focusing on them more than older cards for obvious reasons. But yeah, and I mean, the gap is so close. So I would always go for the newer card, but that's my opinion.
Yeah. So it depends on your own flavor too.
Yeah.
And Talk Jeezy, don't worry, we do respond to this chat you're referring to. It's just that there are quite a few comments, coming in all the time. So some might
it's hard to keep up. So we can't. I'm sorry, we can't answer to every question or every comment. We try to pick out
so don't
some
worry.
comments every now and again.
We do our best.
Exactly. All right. So as you can see, we're running the game. I'm running Afterburner OSD on-screen display here, so we can see the real-time statistics of the system. I've only selected a couple of them because later on we're going to be playing side by side, so we don't want to clutter the whole screen with all kinds of statistics. But here you can see the GPU. So we've got the temperature, we've got the usage, and we've got the FPS. Now this game you can run in both DirectX 11 and DirectX 12 mode. I've selected DirectX 12, of course, mainly because, well, Turing, it's such a new architecture that it's kind of built towards DirectX 12. Also, DirectX 12 tends to be a little bit more stable, so you get, in every game you get a little bit like spikes and dips in FPS, but they tend to be a little bit more consistent in DirectX 12 on this card. So yeah, I'm sticking with that. In the menu, I can show you, by the way, also the settings I'm using. So
this is really where the magic happens when it comes to FPS, right?
Kinda. I mean, there are a couple of. There are like I think 1 or 2 settings that really can make a difference in the Division 2. Most of them you can just put on high or very high. Doesn't really do that much for performance. The biggest ones are volumetric fog. If you guys watched the stream about what was it? Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I think it was. There you had volumetric cloud. So anything with volumetric in it is very computationally expensive, or it means basically it has a big performance impact, potentially. So that one I put to medium. The visual quality should not really be impacted too much. You probably won't even notice it that much. but it can give you up to about 20% extra performance. So big difference right there. I think the other one was, let's see, ambient occlusion. Yeah, so I've got that one on high as opposed to very high. Again, the difference won't be that much visually. You probably won't notice it. But in performance, I think you can get like 5 to 10% extra performance out of it. So together with the volumetric clouds or fog setting, you get quite a nice chunk of extra performance out of it. All the rest is pretty much, you know, object detail. I think this one is 60 is the ultra setting. Extra streaming distance as well. Projected texture resolution is the highest setting. So I've left a lot of the things either on high or the highest ultra setting, with the exception of two things basically. VSync obviously is off. Also frame limit, because you know we want to see how much FPS we can get. At the moment, of course, this is the menu, but still above 100 FPS, so that's pretty nice. This is the 1660, and I can do a quick benchmark. Oh, by the way, yeah. So I'm running on Full HD, 1080p, 1440p. Or sorry, 144 hertz, which is for the monitor I'm using here. Which is the MAG 271 CQR. Also keep in mind, we are the PC I'm using now, and so the 1660 is at the same time streaming or providing me with image on the monitor, but it's also streaming to you guys live on the stream, so the GPU does have a little bit of extra load that way. Shouldn't impact it too much, but you know, just keep that in mind.
Rusty to God watched our Xmas live stream gift guide.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Nice.
I hope I helped you.
Right, cool.
In any way.
I hope you got some good suggestions out of it. Maybe you got a nice Christmas present. I don't know.
Always nice when it's Christmas. December is always such a nice presents month.
Yeah. Oh, and are you on multiple channels, Bernie?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. So
actually
we're on
also
YouTube,
said-
we're on Twitch, we are on Twitter or Periscope, we're on Facebook, and we are on Mixer. So actually 5 different channels at the same time. Okay. And actually, you know, sometimes we get a program that actually combines all the chat messages into one, so hopefully it works, but it might be that we don't see everything. But that's also why, you know, we get a lot of chat messages from all the different platforms.
So, you know, it's really hard to keep up with the question. For example, there's another interesting question again. Somebody's asking, you know, what kind of monitor do you recommend to use to not bottleneck the 1660 Ti? Well, first of all, it depends, you know, are you like a competitive game player, or are you like a AAA title?
In general, I mean, this is perfect. Antimator. Intimidator.
Intimidator.
Oh, I got it. Damn, man, that took too long. Intimidator, 99.
Yeah.
So basically, the short answer to your question is, a few weeks ago we did a dedicated stream about 1660 Ti. I would suggest you to check that out, because there we also discussed performance benchmarks. Pretty much avoid bottlenecking. It depends on your system. You don't really bottleneck. I mean, it's not a 4K card, obviously. From what I remember, 1440p on most settings should be pretty doable on a 1660 Ti. So 1440p or WQHD should be fine for you guys. Yeah. That's the short answer. Okay, so let's do a benchmark. So this game has a built-in benchmark, and I've noticed that I think it's a little bit heavier than what you typically get in the game.
I definitely think so too.
Yeah. So the average FPS of the benchmark is not really the average FPS you get in the game. At least from my feeling, it could be that it's different, but
it really likes to fluctuate. I think that's what we have experienced.
well, yeah. I mean, obviously, if you're in a calm area, then FPS will be higher, or in a like a closed setting where there's not that much it has to render.
I can't help but notice that people are still talking about monitors and hertz. So just, you know, keep track of our agenda. There's going to be plenty of live streams about monitors, and you can fire every question that you want.
I mean, Benjamin has a point as well. I think he's answering or trying to answer the question about the guy for the 1660 Ti. I mean, yeah, 1080p monitor, everything on ultra, you can expect over 100 FPS on average. So yeah, that's the way to go as well, definitely. But 4040p, you should be able to get pretty decent FPS as well. It just depends what you want.
Yeah, unless you really want to achieve like that 300 FPS with CS:GO, for example, then well, that's like a different category.
Yeah. Well, but actually that's not too hard, right? And it's also I mean, CS:GO is also way more depending on CPU.
Yeah.
So you need to
But
make sure
I mean
that your
like the
CPU
monitor
has,
wise,
yeah,
to achieve, you know,
Yeah.
that 300 FPS close to to it.
300 hertz. I mean, 300 FPS doesn't really depend on the monitor.
I mean to really, you know, replicate
Yeah.
and see it and feel it with the
But
monitor.
we have a one specific model that
Yeah.
really stands out for that, right?
So I said, you know, close to 300. So 240.
Yeah.
We have a G-Sync monitor with 240 hertz, especially made for competitive game titles. So
Exactly. Yeah.
that's like the model that I'm dreaming of. But
Yeah. That's the one that's really the best for the esports and stuff, because
Yeah.
it really gives you the best or the fastest response time as well. All right, so
Alright, we
we've
got the
completed.
results.
Yeah. So as you can see, average FPS 76. GPU being used for 96% pretty much. CPU is not bottlenecking the system. It's pretty much only being used 50% on average. You can also see a nice graph here below that expands a little bit on the usage of the CPU in this case and the GPU in this case. As you can see, you know, there are a few dips, but that's only transitions of scenes are probably, I think. Anyway, the rest of the system I'm using here also below, later on we'll put some detailed specs on the screen as well for you guys, so you know exactly what we're playing on. But here you can already see I'm using an AMD Ryzen 6-core processor with 16 gigs of DDR4 memory and a GTX 1660 in the PC. Alright, so that's pretty nice. What I can do maybe as well, I already did like a OC scanner thing where I let the OC scanner apply or search for a good overclock setting. So what I can do is I can quickly apply that and see what difference that makes for the benchmark.
Yeah, so there you have your answer, Bernie. He's asking if the card's already been overclocked. For the
No.
bench
Well,
testing.
this is the Gaming X version I've got in here, so that means it's factory overclocked. So it's faster than most versions out of the box already. But now I've applied the factory overclock setting, and this is actually only the GPU. So wait a minute, because I want to go for maximum effect as well. What I'll do is I'll also overclock the memory, because you know only the GPU is doing only so much. But if you overclock the memory as well, that's gonna give a lot better results. So let's see if I can get away with 750 extra megahertz on the memory. That is quite a significant overclock, by the way. So might be that it won't run, but let's find out. Here we go. Okay, so remember, FPS on average 76, right?
Yeah, it was 76, yes.
76. Okay. So this is taking a while getting back into the menu.
Very heavy to load.
Oh yeah. I have a legit question for you. I have an MSI monitor, but I can't use the FreeSync on
I was
this
just
without
thinking
getting
about
backlight
this,
flickering.
and I think the best advice that we can give is that you should really get in contact with your local reseller, or
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
even you know if
The
you
shop
have
that
a
you
local-
bought it from, because this
Yeah, or
sounds more like a
retailer.
defect than something
Yeah,
that's
it's not well known between
Yeah.
with us.
should not happen. Should not happen. So this seems like something you
Yeah.
should contact your reseller about and
So I wish
see
I
if
had
they
a
can help.
magical solution for you, but unfortunately I don't. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it sounds more like a product defect. So yeah, hopefully you should be able to get a replacement unit and which doesn't have that issue. But yeah, we're sorry to hear that you're having trouble with
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
All right, so running the overclocked 1660. Looking at the top right, by the way, we see that the GPU is only 60 degrees, you know, so that's like barely the temperature where the fans will start spinning, 61. We're still getting pretty nice FPS. I also noticed at the start that I thought the GPU was only being used for like 80-something%, so I'm not quite sure if the GPU is being fully utilized. Now it is, though, definitely. But even under like full stress, as you can see, in the game at least, the game scenario, it's like 61 degrees. So, you know, this is the lower TDP, the lower power usage of the 16 cards, where it really shows. Plus, of course, the really good cooling.
Crazy.
Yeah. So 62 degrees, I mean, that is so low.
Mine is like plus 20.
Yeah. Well, I tend to try and push a lot, more out of my cards anyway, so I tend to look for limits. So
as long as you don't blow it up.
It's very hard to blow it up these days. I mean, we've done several streams about it as well. I mean, the worst that has happened.
Yeah, I think that's also like what's so great about the Afterburner, right?
Yeah.
It's really safe to use.
Well, it's not just Afterburner. I mean, Afterburner makes it easy as well. But I mean, the NVIDIA cards, it's pretty much like hardware limited, and also in the drivers and the BIOS files. So it's, unless you really force other BIOS files onto it, it's really hard to damage it. All right, so already, I mean, we went from 76 to 83 FPS on average, guys. Just by a quick overclock. Just the OC scanner and doing a fast manual overclock of the memory. That's it.
And you're not doing any damage to your GPU or graphics card?
No. I mean, the temperature is still like just 62 degrees, and that's easy for this card. Anything under 80 degrees is fine, and even under 70 degrees, it's not throttling or anything. What is room temperature? It's like 23 degrees Celsius here?
Yeah,
like, probably a bit hotter, because we're running a lot of hardware here as well, and we're in a closed room.
So it's not like we have lowered the temperature in the room, so don't worry.
No, if anything, it's a bit hot here. So
yeah, because we have a lot of devices laying around here.
Yeah, and running,
working.
Yeah. So, it makes no sense to activate Windows 10 on a benchmark PC where you change the parts a lot. That's exactly right, Benjamin. I know a lot of people, they see the activate Windows thing, and this is the thing. When it's a pre-built system, your license to Windows is usually limited or linked to certain parts. I don't remember if it's the motherboard or something, but it's linked to a specific part. And we have benchmark PCs, and we switch components like all the time, and also the PCs that we use for this stream. So that means that every time we change components or the motherboard, which happens a lot, trust me, we would have to get in contact with Microsoft and say, okay, guys, it's the same license, but can you activate it, please? Because we switched the motherboard again. So basically, Microsoft also recommends to just not bother. There's a reason that Windows works without being activated. It's kind of like for these instances, they don't mind.
So we're not doing anything bad here.
Yeah, no, definitely not. No. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so
should we choose another winner, or shall we first do a bit of gaming? You guys can keep asking your questions, by the way, and we've also got some more games to give away.
Yeah, maybe while we're setting everything up, we can do another winner.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm pretty much ready.
So guys, I hope you registered, because there's another chance right now.
Yep.
And if you haven't, I'll just post a link again in the chat and show you on the screen. So there you go. Right there.
Go to msi.com/2/insider and click on the big red button that says giveaway, or go to the link that Ja just posted in the chat. Give it a few seconds. There's always a bit of delay, so yeah. And then
we have another winner, and it's Patrick Gustafsson.
Patrick Gustafsson,
yeah,
congratulations.
Something we can pronounce. Congratulations.
You won a copy of the Division 2 as well. We'll get that one sent out to you as soon as possible. Congratulations. Have fun with the game.
I hope you really enjoy it. And for the rest of you, I think we still have one.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll give away at least one more today.
Yeah. So don't give up if you still haven't won anything.
Exactly. But let's get into some gameplay first. So
So
you're doing a lot of maybe we have to do a stream about this sometime, how we're doing this, because Ja is actually, he's participating in the stream, and he's also going to be playing. But he's also the director of the stream. In
Yeah,
this
so
case.
basically the chair here usually
Yeah.
always needs to say, director.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, what you're doing now is you're both switching the director view to, well, basically our two split views here.
So I manage what you see.
Yeah, but also on the monitor that he's using, he's now switching input types because it's also connected to a gaming PC. And now
we're hoping to kick some ass.
we're just gonna be doing some gaming. So before we start, by the way, as you can see below here, below our game settings, you can see the builds that we're using. So on my side, I'm using a build in a Vampiric case, Vampiric 010, with an AMD Ryzen 5 2400 6-core with a gaming B450 Gaming Pro Carbon AC motherboard. Of course, using the MSI GTX 1660 Gaming X 6G, 16 gigs of DDR4 memory. We are running. I'm running this from a M.2 SSD, so hopefully, any local loading time should be shorter because of that and really fast. And using a 450 watt power supply.
Oh, don't even get me started on my setup.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with mine, but I'd be lying if I'm not jealous of yours.
Yeah, so I'm running our Trident X. It's running with the i7 9700X, paired up with a GPU, which is the 2080.
Well,
actually, we slipped in the TI version. So originally, this is the setup, this is the configuration, but we slipped the TI version in there.
Because just YOLO.
Yeah, why not?
We had one laying around.
Yeah.
Why not?
So we just used it. So we're on the Z370 chipset and paired up with 32 gigabytes of RAM and 500 gigabytes of SSD. Actually, M.2.
Yeah.
So, okay, the wattage is 650. Yeah, 650.
Yeah.
And that's my setup. And I think
we've got some MSI gaming gear here as well, by the way, that we're playing on. So I'm using a GK60 keyboard here, so a mechanical keyboard, single color backlit though, but it's really nice, really sturdy. I'm using a GM50 mouse, right-handed, ergonomic design, also some Mystic Light RGB included there, pretty nice. It's a lightweight mouse as well, that's also why I really like it for shooter kind of games. And we're using the Immerse GH60 headset. Both of us are using that, so that's the...
Actually, I was planning on using the
GH70
RGB version, but we're having some complications with the setup and the
because
service.
we're trying to stream both. We have to stream the image, but also the sound, and also we're trying to duplicate it so that we can also hear it locally on through our headsets. And using a USB headset really screwed with that, so we both opted for the 3.5mm audio jack version. So that's the GH60.
Actually, there are a lot more gears here, right?
There is, I mean, you're using two keyboards. You're using using on one half. You're using
I have
GK80.
Mouses. Yeah, it's crazy.
GK80, GK70.
So hope you can see it.
That's GK80. That's the full size mechanical keyboard with full RGB cherry keys, switches, and you've got the TKL or the 10 keyless, so the smaller variation there as well, which comes in handy because you have limited space here. So that's actually exactly why the TKL version exists.
And just enjoy the RGB.
Yeah, which also cherry MX keys and switches and full RGB capability. And you're using two GM70 clutch gaming mice.
Yeah, and they look actually a little bit different because you can adjust. Well, actually,
it's very hard to see in this view.
Yeah, so let's just go because we're doing this anyway. Because here we have like detachable sides.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Magnetic, actually.
So one has one, and the other one has nothing.
Yeah. And also full RGB and everything. But those mice are a little bit heavier, right? And they are symmetrical, so they can be used both left and right-handed.
Yeah, because I feel like there are like a lot of metal parts on.
Well, that makes it, and also this mouse can be used wirelessly. You're using it in a wired way, but you can also use it wirelessly. So it also includes a battery, so that's also why it's a bit more heavy. obviously.
Yeah, so if you're not gaming, if it's not like life-threatening situation, you can use like wireless, right?
Yeah, I mean, for you know, if you're on the road or something like that, then yeah, you can always do that. Anyway, let's get into the game. Can you maybe also scroll the chat? Because for some reason,
yeah,
guys,
it's
the
not- it's
chat
not-
keeps getting stuck, so we have to manually scroll down to see everything you're saying. Scroll down a bit further, because it's still...
So, what have you guys been up to? Oh, a lot of congratulations again.
Yeah, just scroll down all the way to the
Yep.
bottom. Don't worry about it.
And there we are.
Yep. All right.
Well, it seems like Deke, he told us how to pronounce his name, but I forgot. But he is really knowledgeable about our products.
Why don't you join me? What I'll do is I'll get into the game, and this takes a little while, by the way. By the way, for each of our setups, they're different, but you can see we've enabled Afterburner OSD for both of our setups, so you can see in real time what's going on our systems, how much FPS we're getting, how hot the GPU is getting, and how much percentage of it's being used.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Alright, so
I've got some new intel I want to share with you and Manny.
don't pay attention to the FPS difference. I mean,
Wow, that's you know, logical when you look at he's running a 2080 Ti in there and I'm using the 1660. Still though, I'm getting like 100 FPS, so that's fine.
exactly. So that's the impressive part.
Exactly, that's pretty spicy.
And it's not like you have dialed your game down to like, you know, shitty textures or something. It's still looking like you're on ultra.
Yeah. Maybe we can let's see. Oh, there you are.
Okay, let me just adjust the sound a bit. There we go.
Okay, so oh wait, there's loot here. Loot, always nice loot.
I mean, the loot really make me kind of hooked to this game.
Oh man. Well, that's the whole point of this game, isn't it? It's like a looty shooty game, loot shooter.
All right, so what did I get?
That's always nice to see. I've already got a pretty good vest here that we got from one of the.
Yeah, I mean, I spent a
enemies.
lot of money on buying some gears. So I'd be pretty pissed off if I found something better.
Wow. There'll always be something better.
Ah, well, okay, no. That's
But let's
great.
see if we can do
Alright.
a mission.
So, what are we gonna go for?
Yeah, I think we can. We just started out on a second mission here. So maybe. Why is there? That's weird. Okay.
So,
Anyway.
main mission.
Yeah, let's go for the main mission here indeed. So I don't know if we can. I don't think we can go to the safe house here yet. So let's start from the settlement.
Sure.
So let's fast travel to that one.
I think what's interesting about this game is also whenever you try and like do a main mission, you always get like sidetracked. When
Yeah.
you're walking towards your main mission, you get sidetracked by side missions and stuff that you can do.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's so much to do in this game.
Where did you go again?
Settlement.
Settlement.
Yeah, the blue,
Where is
the little
yeah,
blue
yeah.
thing there. Yeah, you can
Let's
fast travel.
Fast travel.
And this game is really beautiful as well.
Yeah.
So as you can see
especially-
here, I'm in one of the bases.
Yeah.
See if there's anything good for sale. Nah, actually not that good.
Wait.
I've got better gear than that. Oh wait. Actually, this one is better, but. Yeah, let's buy this.
So you're doing some shopping.
Yeah, I'm doing some Christmas shopping.
All right. Oh, they actually have some stuff that I can use.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
But
Right,
do I
so-
have enough money? Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. So each item actually gives you some stats that's gonna help you in some way.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much depth to this game. I mean, there's weapons, there's different qualities, you know, like specialized here and standard, and then there's worn and everything like that. There are different stats to each game, so yeah, I mean, like damage stats, RPM, mag sizes, but also, yeah, I mean, you can't see the full game at the moment because we've kind of shrunk the images down to be able to fit both of ours.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's so much like special abilities and stuff to consider as well. But I think we have to get going to our objective. Let's see if
Do
we
I have to get
still got
going?
it
Do I have
highlighted.
to get good?
No, we didn't have it highlighted. Now we do.
All right, let me
That's
just
all the way.
sell a few more stuff that I don't use. Because this is also the fun part, because you have to manage your inventory, you have to manage your money.
Yeah.
Okay, that should be
Buy
it.
new stuff.
Where did you go? Oh, here.
On this side, yeah. Let's just climb down here.
Don't look up.
Exactly. And then let's see, where do I have to go? This way. Alright, cool. Alright. So let's go and see what we encounter.
So where do we go? Actually, I'm gonna put the track on.
I was gonna say, didn't you do that?
No, not yet.
I already did that. Oh, maybe they should enable it so that you can also see the whatever your friends, if you're in a group or something or in a party in a game, that they can see it as well.
And what did you say last time, Peter? Whenever you're running around in this game, you're always looking at the ground.
Yeah, it's you spend more time looking at the ground because there's like loot everywhere, and you kind of want to collect it. Cause, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! You're being chased.
I'm being chased. Oh, where did he come from?
It was behind you.
Where,
there's
okay.
there's some shooting going on here.
I still didn't get to use my sniper on anyone, so I'm really hoping to. All right, there we go. Did I miss? No, did I? It's actually not that easy with a sniper because it moves around. You can't make it steady. Maybe I just suck. I don't know.
Okay, so we can just move through here. We still got quite a while to run to the objective.
Maybe that means we have a lot of stuff to loot on our way.
Oh, there's always a lot of stuff to loot in this game. But there's also like an enemy control point along the way, by the looks of it. Let's see if we can avoid that, because that will take like 10 or 10, 15 minutes.
Isn't there like any of those, what's that called again? You have those crates and you have to do the side mission to conquer the crates so you can loot them.
Yeah, supply drop you mean.
Supply drop.
Yeah,
that's really awesome.
I know, you get pretty spicy loot from there as well. We can help these guys on the right here.
How does he not die from a headshot with a sniper to the head?
I heard somebody shooting still. Alright. Nice. Let's see if we can keep going. It's like all the way straight now.
Yeah, I think I see the White House.
The White House?
Yeah, it's in front of me. Or is it another White House? I think it is.
Oh, this one? No, it's not a White House, but this is, I actually don't know. I've never been there, but
okay.
I think it looks like a bank or something. They did remodel Washington D.C. in this game, and it looks pretty nice. There's like the Capitol building right in front of us, like along the street. Do you see that? Further along the street, with the white dome.
Wait.
Down the street that we're walking, in the distance.
So all the way down there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant when I thought it was the White House.
Well, no. I mean, the White House obviously doesn't look like that. I thought you meant the big building to our right.
Yeah, I thought like they just remodeled it, kind of to make it look a bit different.
No. They actually tried to remake.
Is this actually like the one-on-one replica?
Well, they did try to remake the game as accurately as they can. Oh crap.
Apparently they didn't see us.
Okay.
Grenade! I leveled up, nice.
Oh crap. We got somebody else in our backs. It's a cover shooter. We should be using cover more.
And what you guys might notice is that it's really hard to kill someone because they're really like tanks.
Yeah, bullet sponges. I mean, if you know the Division, you know how it works. And
Well,
the
I
Division
never
2
knew
is
it, so it was
pretty
really new to
much.
me.
Well, it's not exactly the same, obviously, but the bullet sponge thing still kind of applies, I would say. Not quite as bad as I remember from the original Division. Hello, guy on the truck.
Oh, what the hell? I'm stuck.
He was hiding at work. Really?
Yeah, I'm stuck.
Can you try and jump?
I have to jump back.
Alright.
It's weird, sometimes they see you from far away, they start shooting, and sometimes you're just standing next to them and they don't react, like the guy on the car. I'm not sure what was going on there.
Alright, so we've entered the mission area, apparently. Oh, I see a sniper somewhere. Saw the light.
Let me get my sniper up. Let's see
Yeah.
who's the better one.
You wanna shoot him?
Yes, I have a clear shot now. So I'm gonna fire at the sniper in 3, 2, 1. This flashlight is really annoying.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah.
Oh wow. Ah, there's this guy behind the shield here. That's it, move up.
I'm coming in. Cover me.
Well, there was someone else on the left, just to warn you. I
On the
didn't see
left.
him exactly where.
Okay, the sniper guy.
Sniper dead. Well, did he just lie down?
Yeah. And I
Alright.
shot him in the face. He didn't die.
Oh wow, okay, there's
Good
another
sniper.
sniper.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Something
Dead.
exploded.
What happened?
Something exploded. And there's fire everywhere.
Where? Oh, okay.
Yeah, there.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. I don't think they're happy with us.
We get the message.
Hostiles enter the parking garage east of the main entrance. Might be able to get in that way.
Boom. You shooting stuff?
Yeah. I like explosions.
Alright, so we have to get in here. There's some loot to get started. That's nice. So yeah, this is really the Division-y. Can you scroll down the chat, by the way?
Oh yeah, of course.
My chat is doing that as well, yeah.
USB 3 is making it tougher.
100 FPS more, so yeah, I've got, as you can see as well, by the way, in the game right now, 100 FPS. I guess in some of the busier parts it can drop down a little bit.
So,
All in all.
yeah, Benjamin is also a big Division fan. Oh, I think it was him that played 200 hours on Division 1.
Nice.
Wait for the signal, then corner and kill.
Nice. Got some more loot.
Well, someone's asking about our graphical settings.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one he's referring to, but I'm like on Ultra, everything maxed out.
Yeah.
You have like...
I did a couple of optimizations. Volumetric fog I set to medium because that really gives like 20% extra performance. And one other thing.
The Keenum. Yes, we shall practice.
Yep.
Wait, this is
Duckium.
4K.
Alright.
No, this is not 4K.
No.
Where did you go? Oh, there's loot.
Yeah. I already went ahead. It's okay. I'll do the mission. Oh wow, this floodlight, dude. Can I like shoot the light?
Yeah,
so it
definitely lag is a beep.
doesn't- Wow, you can. I shot the light, but I don't know if it did anything really.
Ah, I activated my drone by
Oh
accident.
my god!
Oh, that thing actually has
Don't
lights.
play with your drone inside.
Yes, kids, don't repeat this at home. It's very dangerous.
Especially not drones with guns.
Especially when you have pets.
Yeah, or drones with guns, like this guy.
Oh yeah.
This looks more like
I
it.
throw a grenade.
Oh crap! Did you already?
Yep.
Oh my god! I was actually still trying to spot.
And they're all dead.
No, they're not. Oh, there's a blue
You
guy.
see how hard it is to kill?
I don't know. How hard is it to kill?
Ah,
Oh, dude's already dead almost. Come on, blue guy. Blue man group, where are you? Oh, that one's dead. Where'd the blue guy go?
ah, he's upstairs. Come on, come on.
Ow. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. So,
you're
apparently
done.
I rushed ahead a little bit too much.
I see.
Huh.
Headshot with a sniper is half the damage. Okay, I gotta hurry up.
Would you mind terribly?
Yes, I'm coming. I'm coming. Just one guy left. Okay.
So when
We
you
still have the
are
drone.
knocked out in this game, you can actually there's one guy behind you. You can actually last quite a long time and wait for your teammate to come and get you. Although it's not ideal that we're like in the middle of a fight, and these guys probably will kill me. Or
Alright.
actually, not really.
So that'll be 300 euros.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's fine. Just send me the bill.
Alright.
Alright, so this. Did we
Alright,
kill
I
them?
think we cleared it. Nothing to loot, really.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll swap to my big gun, so I can defend myself a bit more actively. What are you doing? Is there somebody still alive, or were you just shooting?
I was just shooting a corpse.
Okay.
Shot his bun.
Ooh, look, there's a lock on this door, on this fence, actually.
Rusty to God, bad boy. I'm not into the bum shooting.
Bomb shooting. I got a nice weapon.
Oh, good guns.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not even using my abilities, because, yeah.
Yeah, Battle Nerd, I know, but I used up all my points when I was trying to mod, so and I didn't do anything with attachment, so I'm really regretting it.
He just
Peter, on
started
the other
playing
hand.
the game yesterday, basically, and we did
Oh, there are
just
people.
a little bit to get started. Build up. Spread out. Oh yeah. Oh, there's some people right there as well.
Come on.
Oh crap.
Grenade! Grenade!
Wow.
There's the purple guy.
That hit like a truck.
That's a headshot. Come on, purple. Ah, nice.
Beach to it. I should really start using my abilities more. I've got like a little turret that I can deploy.
Shooting like the fire extinguishers are also fun. They fly away.
Nice. Dude. Alright, let's see. So we got something here. I compensate for lag with turrets and seeker mines. Yeah, I mean, I should do that more. Oh, this is like a soundproof room. Do you see this?
Soundproof.
Yeah, there's like foam on the walls here. Look.
Perfect for torture.
Well, yeah. Or like,
Ooh, this is trippy.
yeah.
Electromagnetic charge detected.
Electromagnetic.
Looks like definitely fun.
Oh, oh wow.
Alright, goodbye,
Whoa.
Rusty. You're busy?
Uh-oh. So this might be a good time for me to deploy my turret. So let's do that.
I think I only seen him once up to now.
Oh, there's actually someone behind us. There we go. One thing I don't like about this game is how you get stuck to walls. Like you, it's a cover mechanic, obviously,
Yeah.
but it's very hard when you want to disengage or get away from a wall quickly.
You really gotta get used to that.
Yeah, like for example, when they throw a nade or something, then it can really suck because it's very hard to get away from a wall.
Teamwork.
Yep. Well, he didn't last too long.
I'm starting to dig the sniper. Actually, I just started to take notice. This is a new station.
Alright. I like this machine gun. It just
I
goes.
think it's time for me to take a look at
Rocka-docka-docka.
what I picked up.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lock on the door here again, so I guess we can get in here. Oh yeah. Some more loot. I'll take it.
Nothing interesting, I guess. Maybe
Loot is
here.
always appreciated. Restock on ammo at the same time.
Oh, I have a field proficiency cache.
Field proficiency. Oh yeah, I've got one as well. It's that's
alright.
like a loot box, right?
Yeah.
A mini loot box. You get 2 random items.
It's
Yes.
always a surprise what's gonna
See
be
what I get.
inside.
Alright. Well, wow.
I can never replenish. It's always full.
Oh, that's actually interesting. I got a better version of a weapon I already had, but I need to mod it. So let's quickly do that. Put a red dot on there, and a muzzle, and a short grip, and tactical ammo pouch. Nice! More damage. Okay, you ready?
Oh yeah.
Don't quite. Oh, here we go.
Ooh, a lot of people.
Just start shooting whenever you want to. Pick a target.
Alright,
make it a headshot.
Sniper it is. That's a one shot, one kill. Nice.
You're facing the true suns? What? Ah.
Yeah, that's it?
No. People dropping down.
Yeah, there are more.
Wait a minute, there's people above us as well. And there's a yellow dude.
Yellow!
Yes.
So this is like a mini boss.
That's like a big boss.
Where is he?
Whoa.
Where's the yellow dude?
He was back here somewhere. He's running towards you on the left side.
Oh! He's coming!
Don't worry,
He's
almost
right on
dead.
my ass.
He's almost dead. There we go.
What, you already killed him?
Yeah.
I didn't even shoot at him.
Blue dude here as well. Sorry, there was a blue dude. Are you using your handgun on these guys?
I actually like handguns, it's just that they're not so
God.
powerful, but yeah.
You're going full John Wick on them.
Oh yeah.
Ah, this blue dude, yeah.
Close distance sniper, no worries.
360 no scope?
I'm not sure you can no scope here, can you?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, you can. But isn't it accurate?
Probably not, no, I wouldn't expect it to be.
Huh.
Alright,
Where's the
because we need to go
business
upstairs by the looks of it. Oh, there's some resources on the ground here as well. Always need to pick those up.
Well,
Steam.
there are a lot of differences on the two setups, but I'm not sure if you mean hardware or
What is the question?
settings.
Repeat the question.
Any difference on the two setups?
Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of difference on the two setups, especially
You
based
can
on
see,
hardware.
like,
Yeah.
down there
Yes.
we have. This is really difficult.
Basically, this one is using my PC is using a 1660 GTX 1660, and Jazz PC is using a RTX 2080 Ti. So that's like big difference.
Wait, where did you go? Oh, upstairs. Do we even have lucky hats?
Not here, no, fortunately. All right, so let's. After we complete this mission, we can probably choose another winner. Restocking. That's usually very promising. That means shit's about to get real.
Oh, I actually restocked.
Nice. Alright. Reach the production studio, so we're here. This is a production studio. Oh, this looks like our studio.
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
bulletproof.
I can't. Yeah, it's bulletproof.
That must have been Wade. Would have been nice to bag him, but he's not your primary objective.
Damn it.
Get to the
Oh,
THQ
there's
and
loot.
get these
Weapon
guys
loot.
up here
Oh,
for
nice.
good.
A new head gun.
Ooh.
Rounds per minute, 1.2k.
Ooh.
That's very fast.
Spicy. Yeah, I got some guns as well.
Oh, maybe I can replace that with a pistol. That'll be great. No, can't. It's not a pistol.
No, you can only choose pistols. One pistol. Alright. Oh man, where to go? Where to go?
Reach the production studio.
Oh
That's
crap.
where we are.
I think. Oh no, actually it's not. I thought it was a heavy dude, heavy armored dude, but it wasn't. So we got some enemies here.
Oh, whoa, 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 Jesus. There are a lot of enemies here.
Luckily my turret is taking care of them.
That's very nice. Oh, you were here.
Yeah. Did you miss me?
Hell yeah.
Suppressed. Oh, jump down shot.
Handles all communications going in and out of viewpoint.
That was nice mid-air.
You'll lock out the True Sons and we can take over the channels.
More loots. Nice.
More loot.
Maybe it's just for me?
Saw something drop as well, I think. Yeah, well, nothing too special though. Alright, so there's a reset module.
Stay by the module and make sure it completes the
And we need
reset
to
sequence.
defend it.
Maybe I should shoot it.
Alright.
Quite a few people here.
Alright, alright. Calm down.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There goes my armor.
All site facilities are reset to default or under direct SHD control.
You doing okay?
Yep,
It's good to
fine.
hear.
Alright, we're all alive.
Some nice drop there.
Fluctuations in local power detected. Communications facilities offline.
No drop? Wow.
I'm seeing multiple hostiles on the roof. There's They're setting up EMP jammers around the radio
Uh-oh.
mast.
It's Wade. Sort of sabotage the mast. Without it, no one can broadcast from viewpoint. Agent,
That's
get to the
MSI.
roof. You gotta stop him from taking out the mast.
So yeah, 60 degrees in the 90 to 100 FPS.
Yeah, the 1660 is really cool.
It is, yeah. Like, literally cool. Where do we have to go? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we have to go upstairs apparently. This way.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, some loot here. Alright, let's get in the elevator.
So we're basically clearing the whole building.
Yeah, well, we have to go to the roof now, it said. They're setting up EMP thingamajigs there.
Nice.
Thingamabobs and thingamajigs. Wait a minute. Were you slapping me?
But something is happening. Well, what is happening?
Oh, I don't know.
We're being...
Oh, that's the EMP jammer thing. There you go.
No electrical devices then, I guess, huh?
Yep.
That EMP jammer is active. Take it out.
Whoa, okay.
5%.
Agent, gotta stop Wade. Make that radio mast.
Where is the device? Where is it?
Should be one here. That's one. More enemies coming in. Uh-oh. Out of ammo. Oh, I got ammo.
It's like they don't really see me. Okay, never mind. I punched him.
Nice. Okay, so there's something down here as well. What the hell?
Yeah, one more. There we go.
Charge. Completed.
Nice.
Oh, he's yellow. That's why it's so hard to kill.
Whoa! Okay. He just knocked me down like the 2 health.
I keep shooting in his head and nothing happens.
Uh-oh. Something should happen, but he's a tough
Oh, there's
guy.
one more. Shit.
Alright, he's down now.
I gotta heal.
Alright, the facility is ours.
Nice!
True Sons just lost a powerful tool for coordinating their troops and spouting their horse shit. Once we get the radio mast repaired and operational, we can extend the reach of our own broadcasts.
Okay,
Alright.
so we can unlock skills and stuff.
Did you
Maybe
get
there's,
some? Did you get some nice goodies?
I don't know. Is there some loot crates around here?
The balls dropped.
Oh,
How did you get through?
I don't know. I'm just here.
Wait.
So there are certain points we need to go through.
I
apparently.
see. It's here.
Oh, there's some loot here. I don't know what it is. Some incendiary bullets. Yeah, let's go. So mission's not done yet. Oh, are you sure we have to go there? I saw
Nope.
there's a point in the elevator here.
Wow. Oh, just looking for loots, I guess.
I don't know. Exit mission. Oh, actually we do. Oh, wait. Use elevator. Here we go.
Well, actually, next week we're gonna play Devil May Cry 5.
Ooh,
So,
DMC.
those of you who like Devil May Cry, some hack and slash action, and some upgraded great graphics, tune in.
Nice. Alright, so we need to exit. If this is the end of the mission, then it's time for another winner then in a minute.
Sounds good. Hi, CJ.
There's shooting outside.
I think we're supposed to help. Let's check
Maybe.
it out. Boom! Headshot.
Well.
Well, we just have to
well.
stand here and shoot.
I don't know. I guess we have to get down there.
But how?
There are some points down here as well. I don't know. Well, there was I think there was a gate here that we could open. But I'm not sure if there's any loot left here, like weapon crates and stuff like that.
Well, according to the left top side, it says
Yeah.
exit mission, then we have to go this side.
Yeah.
But... how
But
do
there's
we
like
get
a
there?
gate down here.
Oh yeah, we have to go through this.
Open gate.
It was orange because I thought that the sunlight was shining on it.
New. In this game, something's orange. That means you're supposed to go there and press F to pay respects. No. I don't know if there's any like enemies here as well.
Yeah, I'm playing with the highest setting, and Peter here is play on high, custom.
Pretty much high.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Okay,
as
so
before.
that was the mission. So I think now we can pick another winner, right?
We
'Cause
did.
I don't see. I think we've exited the mission. I don't see any.
Yeah.
Any mission objectives
New skill
anymore.
unlock available at base of operations. All right, so the last winner of today.
Yeah. Let's
Hope
choose
you
one
guys-
more winner.
I hope the best for you guys. So, how smooth was yours?
Well, for me it was very smooth, like 100. Like when I'm in the middle of a fight, it could maybe drop down into the 70s or something. But overall, I mean, that's still really smooth.
70? Wow, that's sad.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, guys. It's
Mr.
really good.
2080 Ti.
Yes. All right, we have the next winner. It's Semil Akurt. Something.
Semil,
Semil.
congratulations. We'll get you a copy of the Division 2 as well.
Yeah.
Once we finish playing. But yeah, pretty nice. As you can see, really nice game. It's really addictive. It's like the looting, just running around shooting things up, and it's really better to play it with friends. I have to say, it's way more fun than playing
course.
solo.
Then you can just shoot him in the face.
Well, yeah, it doesn't do anything, but you can do that, yeah. But also, when I keep getting killed because I rush forward way too fast, then I got Ja to cover my back and to res me.
Yeah, I mean I think Division 1 was also like a very team-based game, or wasn't it?
No, well, it's kind of the same. You
It's
can
the
play
same.
it. You can play it solo. You can, but with
always
friends,
more fun
it
with
is-
friends.
Exactly, because you get there are so many oh crap moments in this game where just you saw it earlier as well. You just you think it's safe, you almost beat all the enemies, you go into one part of a room or something, and then suddenly a door bursts open and there's like 5 guys rushing out, and you're like, whoa! You know, you get overwhelmed. And if you're on your own, then it's really easy to get killed, and then you have to respawn somewhere else and then run all the way back. But if you're with a group of friends, you know, you can just get them to cover you and get you back up. So
Yeah, you can do some fun stuff, or you can just laugh at each other, like,
yeah,
hey,
like, oh, did you get killed again? Yeah. Noob. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, really fun game overall, I have to say. Really well optimized as well. Runs really well on the GTX 1660 Ti, or the 1660 that I've got in my system. And obviously the 2080 Ti that Ja was running on as well.
Look at us looking at the sunshine, like brothers.
I wasn't even looking. But yeah. But yeah, I think that's I got incendiary bullets firing it.
I threw a grenade.
Nice. It happens.
Can I damage myself?
I think so, yeah.
Ooh, yes. I can.
Alright. Well, anyway, yeah, I think that pretty much concludes the stream for today. If you guys got any more questions, let us know. Next week, we're going to be back with a different stream. I think I'll leave this one up to you.
Yeah, next week, like I already spoiled a little bit, I'll definitely be playing DMC5, so Devil May Cry 5, the newest game from Capcom, some hack and slash action, putting some demons back to hell, you know, that's what's up. But, so the stream itself, I'm going to show you a brand new product from our gaming desktop line.
Yep.
A very small compact desktop with a lot of power in it, so already in the title you can see there's an RTX in it, so compact Infinite S with RTX to contest the MC5.
I think it's one of our smallest gaming desktops, or the smallest.
Definitely one of the smallest, but it's not the smallest. Our Trident 3 is even smaller.
I see, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But definitely go check it out, guys. We're gonna have a lot of fun with the gameplays too, and you will see some new stuff and win the MC5.
Yeah.
Just like today, we're giving a free
game codes. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully see you guys next week.
All right.
For now, thank you for watching.
Have a good day.
Happy gaming.